Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's time for the Tuesday Banger. It's time for the Tuesday Banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Tuesday Banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start my videos off, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to listen to in the morning times, man. And I promise y'all, there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I have no problem doing these things, man. The only thing I ask is for y'all to just stay out the way. That's it. And we're going to stay out the way, man, because we have to, man. We have to stay out the way, man. It's about to be a new year. We must stay out the way, man. We have to, man. Like, it don't make sense just being out here, just trying to do crime, just trying to just keep getting in trouble, man. We already know what the consequences are, man. It don't make sense. It don't make sense to do these things, man. You already know where we going when we break the law. We are going to jail. You already know that, man. You have seen too many examples through your life. How many people in your life have you known that went to prison, man? Like, I've been seeing people go to prison since I was young, man. Like, that's what happens when you do wrong. If you do wrong, you are going to prison, man. So we have to stay out the way. That's all I'm telling y'all, man. You have to stay out the way, man. It don't make sense to put yourself in a predicament where you're going to be behind bars, on the phone, crying to your people to send you some money, put something on your books, do this, do that. You're going to be super worse because it's your fault. It's not fair to your people, man. It's not fair to yourself, man. Keep yourself out here and stay out the way. Period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the Tuesday Banger game. So what I need y'all to do with this one, like, share, subscribe to this one, y'all. Skip. Let's go. What? It's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called The New Guy. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation, but y'all already know what? This is penitentiary. Anything can go down, man. But I'm gonna let y'all know now, man, like, sometimes, man, you have people that actually come to prison, man, that don't belong in prison. Like, you see that a lot. Like, man, what is he doing in prison, man? Like, even somebody that, you know, you might think that he might look tough. A lot of people don't belong in prison with the worst of the worst. That's just how that go, man. So in a situation like this, man, like, people be trying to just come in and look regular and do all the right things, but the whole time you look green as a whistle. Don't come in green as a whistle, man. Try not to come in green as a whistle. Everybody comes in green, but try not to look like you don't know what's going on, man, because I'm letting you know people are watching. People are trying to see if you're going to do the right thing or do the wrong thing, man. You know what I mean? Like, doing the wrong thing to them is showing them that you don't have nobody to back you up. You have nobody from your city, nobody that knows you, this and that. You might have a title on your name that's a bad title. People are looking for the littlest thing. They're trying to find everything out on that first day, man, so you can't come in looking super stupid and super green when you knew. So with that being said, though, we are on Sussex 2 for this, y'all. We are on Sussex 2. And I can remember being in the pod 4D. And around this time right here, man, the 4D, man, it was kind of regular in the pod, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, this is a time where the gambling was lit. And I talked about this before. Like, the gambling was going on in this pod. Like, it was just a good pod, man. It was a pod that I came to when I got out the hole the first time I went to the hole from 2C for the Dirty Ewing game. Like, this was the first pod, and it was kind of a good pod, man. You know why? Because this was one of the first pods that I actually walked in on Sussex 2, and my Predator radar detector didn't go off. It didn't go off, y'all. I promise y'all, man. I'm used to walking in a block. As soon as I walk in a block, in my mind, like, that joint, it's going off. I'm in the block, I'm like, because there's people in there. There's predators everywhere, man. You can't hide from these guys. There are predators almost in every block. But I promise y'all, this particular time right here in 4D, there were no predators. Now, there was one person in there that shake, rattle, and roll, and he had the dude in the cell with him that he was shake, rattling, and rolling with. So we didn't look at that like that was a predator situation, like that was something going on. He stayed in his own little lane. He minded his business. He was in a cell with the boy, and they stayed in their own little shell. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't, no disrespect coming from their end. They stayed in the cell. That's all they basically used to do. So he was the only one in there. But when it came to predators, it was nobody in there moving on that type of time. Now, since I've been to Sussex, I have witnessed a lot of stuff happen. I have seen a lot of crazy things go down, man. It's like I'm kind of numb to the whole situation of how dudes just be coming in super stupid, letting these predators get away with this type of activity. And a lot of people be looking at these predators, man. A lot of people mind their business because in prison, I know it sounds messed up, but this is the way it is. Like, dudes mind their business. We mind our business in there, man, for a lot of reasons, man. That's just how it go. However you want to look at it, how you seeing it from the outside or what. We're going to mind our business in there, man, unless it has something to do with us and or me. And that's it. That's the only time it gets crazy, man. So when it comes to predators moving around the way they do, it just be what they doing. So it felt good for me to walk in the block and it was no predators, man. It was like this for like the last 2 months. So the pod was all right. Everybody in there gambling, the Richmond dudes in there, the red team in there, Tidewater dudes in there. It's everybody in there. It's the whole sprinkle of everybody in this block and everybody's getting along. This guy over here getting the la-la. Like, I wasn't even getting the la-la yet. Like, I wasn't doing nothing. I just got out the Bing. I wasn't even trying to mess with the la-la off the rip because I just got out the Bing for a dirty. But at the end of the day, man, I'm on cool out mode around this time. It was nothing going on. So the whole time I was in there, I was in a cell with this dude named Tim. Now, Tim was from Lynchburg. Now, Tim was a cool dude, but Tim stayed out the way. He was one of those smart dudes that stayed out the way on Sussex, man. Like, he didn't do nothing but come out, do his little job in the pod. I moved in his cell. So he didn't come out but do his little job in the pod, stay out the way. He never got in trouble from the little couple of months I've been in the room with him. But I can tell this is how Tim been moving the whole time, man. So after Tim went up for his annual review, man, he came back to the room and told me he was getting moved. So I wasn't mad because I'm like, at least I can move down to the bottom bunk now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna get a bottom bunk. So it was like, it was a win-win. I was happy that he was getting up off the joint, man. He was being able to go to a level 3, which he was probably gonna go to Lawrenceville or either Greensville, man. So it was a good thing for him going to his annual review, finding out he was gonna get transferred, man. So me and him chilled, we ate that night, we joked, and then they called him for transfer, man, and Tim was gone. You know what I mean? So with me being in the cell dolo, like, y'all already know how it go, man. Like, I'm not gonna be in a cell dolo for long. That's just how that go. That's just how the situation is. Like, they be knowing when they moving people and when somebody getting transferred, they got people coming in. It's never like every blue moon you will strike and be in the cell dolo for a second. But this time around, I wasn't even in the cell dolo for a second, man. I stayed the night dolo. That next day we woke up, it was already the word that they got intakes coming in. Now, we only had one cell open, which was mine. My cell was the only one open. And I'm in cell 31 at this time. So I'm like on the back wall, top tier game. So like, I was cool with having a roommate, but I was still trying to find somebody in the pod that can move in the joint with me, man. But everybody kind of was like hunkered in real good. Like, nobody wanted to move. Everybody was situated where they was at. And I can respect that. But still though, like, I was like, man, I was trying to get my man that's in 4B and he's from Norfolk. I was trying to get him to move in the cell with me from downstairs. We was trying to do that. And it was just taking too long. People were BSing and we couldn't make it happen, man. So when we went to lunch, we saw that they had intakes. I couldn't look at their faces. I couldn't see exactly who they were because they was in this child hall. I guess they was about to send them back to where they came from before they put them all in their building. But we saw intakes, so I already knew I was getting to sell it that night. I couldn't duck it. So by the time we got back from the pod and chilled for a minute, went to outside rec, came back from outside rec, man. By the time we came back, outside rec dudes were like, yo, the intake's about to come down the boulevard. So when that happened, everybody would get on the window, everybody would be looking out, whatever. Dudes are going to somebody else's cell to look out the window because a lot of times they might not come in your pod. So dudes is doing this because they're trying to figure out who these people are coming in. Who's the new people coming in? Like, you want to be on point. It could be an enemy. It could be a family member. It could be somebody that's in your set or whatever the case. If you bang or whatever the case, everybody's watching this for this particular reason. So I didn't watch because I already knew somebody was coming in my joint. So as I'm chilling for a minute, I'm just waiting for somebody to come in the pod because I already know what's going to happen. So I'm standing over by the payphones with my homeboy. So I'm chilling. I see the slider open. Dudes was like, dudes at the police noise. Oh, you see the car coming in? Then I look, I seen the dude hit the threshold. I seen him, kind of tall dude. He looked like he was mixed. But what I got from him by looking at him, man, he kind of looked kind of scared slightly, like maybe scared and confused. I don't want to like go too crazy about it, but maybe scared and confused is how he looked. But I'm looking at him, he walk in, then he go to the booth, he looked up at the booth and the lady started talking to him. I guess the lady was telling him what cell he go in. So dude's like, where's that? You got a roommate? So I already know I'm watching the whole joint, but I'm just So I guess he heard dudes calling whoever Weezy is, you got a roommate. So he started looking around. Then he picked that he probably seen dudes looking at me, and it was me who was his roommate. So he started making his way to the steps. So when he made his way to the steps, that's when I went over there. I walked over there, and I was like, yo, what's up? His voice was like, he was like, hey man, what's up? I was like, what's going on, Weezy, man? He shook my hand. Like, he didn't dap it up like, what's up, man? He was like, Patrick, man, Patrick. And like, I didn't take him to be an older dude, like at all. Like, he looked like he was probably slightly older than me, like in his late 20s. I'm in my middle 20s. So I'm like, when he shake my hand and throw me off. So I'm like, yo, you going to, he was like, yeah. I was like, come on, I'll help you grab your stuff. So I looked in his box. Immediately when I looked in the cart of the, you know what I mean, where he had his stuff at, he had nothing. He was a new intake. He was somebody that didn't have a TV. He was somebody that didn't have a Walkman. The man came in with nothing, y'all. So boom. Y'all already know how I am when people come in with nothing, man. Like, I be feeling some type of way. Like, I done dealt with dudes that then came in from other spots and they was all right when I had to get new roommates. And I done dealt with dudes that come from the receiving camp that don't have nothing because they starting over when they get to Sussex too. That's when they start buying sweats and clothes and CDs and TVs. That's what you do when you come, you know what I mean, to your real prison. But like, I just felt like I ain't really want to deal with this, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, they just brought a new dude in my cell and he ain't got nothing. He ain't got no TV. He ain't got nothing. It's wild. So I'm like, man, this is crazy. So we go upstairs to the cell. So he put his stuff on the bed. He put his stuff up. I brought the rest of his stuff was in. You know what I mean? My homeboy brought it to the threshold. Actually, like, I was about to go back downstairs and grab it. My homeboy was already coming up. So he came up. He was like, what's up? Who this, Weezy? I was like, yo, he said his name Patrick. He turned around. He was like, Patrick, man. Patrick. My homeboy was like, oh, my homeboy still kind of dapped him up. When he tried to shake his hand, my homeboy was like, oh, what's up? Where you coming from? Man, I'm just coming from Mecklenburg Receiving. He was like, oh yeah? He was like, yeah, I just got up here, man. Like I just, you know, I don't have long to serve. I'm trying to get it together now because I don't have long to serve. And like, off the rip, I feel like he exposing too much already, slightly, like, you know what I mean? But like, this is a sign of greenness I'm telling y'all about. Like, don't come in green when you the new guy. So I'm like, I hear him talking, he's like babbling slightly because it looked like he's just trying to talk just to keep everything normal. So I was like, yo, go in and get your stuff together, man. I was like, I'm about to go back downstairs. I said, if you want to come out, just let me know and I'm gonna get the lady in the booth to open the door and you come out. He was like, okay, all right, man, because I want to take a shower. Yeah, man, I've been sweating all day, man. I was like, I got you, just let me know when you want to come out. So I slid, y'all. I went back downstairs. So me and my bro go back downstairs, we just chilling. You know what I mean? I look up, he finally come downstairs. So when he come downstairs, he did exactly what he was gonna say, which is a good move. I thought that was a good move. Like, I was giving him the green label. Like, bro, you sound green, you look green, you acting green. But like, when he told me he wanted to take a shower before he locked down was kind of like a good thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, yeah, like, that's a good move, bro. Like, you just got transferred, go ahead and wash your hind parts, then come, you know what I mean? Like, that's a good move. Yeah, some dudes gonna buck. They might don't take a shower till the next day. Like, yo, I took a shower before I left. Like, you have dudes doing that trifling stuff, man. So him saying he want to take a shower was a good move in my book, man. So he went to the shower. The first thing he did was wild. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, so when I get the door before the door opened up, but when I look up, because I'm downstairs, I can look directly up in my cell in 31. So when I look up in the cell, I see him grabbing his stuff. I see him trying to get situated so he can come out and get in the shower game. I turned and spun. I went back doing what I was doing. So by the time I'm kicking it, the shower is kind of, you got to come down and make a joint so that I can just look that way and the shower be right there. So I'm chilling and I see him walk to the shower. When he walked into the shower, was already the first two that was already tooken up. I told y'all that third shower on the top or the bottom on Sussex 2, we call that the cowboy shower because it's like a walk-in joint. It's wider. It's the biggest one of all the showers. You walk in, it's really for the wheelchair dudes, but they got the same type of shower upstairs. So it's like a cowboy doors, and it's like the only thing that blocks is like here. So like somebody can look, it's super weird. Nobody really gets in that shower. But when I look up, dude was like, yo, your roommate getting in the cowboy shower, Weezy. And I look back and he was putting his towel on the joint. He was like, he took his shirt off. I was like, I ain't even want it because it was dudes like in the bottom shower. I was like, I shot up the steps. I'm like, I get up the steps. I'm like, yo, bro, yo, Patrick. He came and looked around the shower. He's like, what's up? I'm like, hey, let me holler at you right quick. So like, that's the last shower. So me and him kind of walk around the corner slightly, like to where cell 34 is at, just like how cell 12 is with that back window. I be telling y'all 34, they have the same back window, it's the same setup. So we walk kind of like to the back, where the back 34 is at, you know what I mean? So we right there by the back window. And I'm like, yo, look. I said, man, listen, I don't know, nobody told you. I was like, but don't nobody use that shower right there, bro. I was like, that shower right there crazy, bro. He was like, why? I said, cuz like it don't cover you. I said, when we get in the shower, I said, if we don't bring a sheet, I said, we cover it with our clothes. Like the clothes we taking off, our towel, all that stuff, we cover the gate up. Cause I was like, you see these showers, you can cover these joints. He was like, oh. I'm like, yeah, bro, like it's real talk, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's a good idea for you to do that. He was like, for real, man, like, I just want to wash my ass, man. Like, I just really want to just wash my ass. I'm like, well, all right, go ahead in the cowboy shower then. I slid, y'all. I went on a dip. Cause I'm like, apparently you got it figured out, you know what I mean? So I go back downstairs, my homeboys, everybody laughing like, yo, the new guy about to get in the cowboy shower. I'm like, yeah, he about to get in the cowboy shower, man. Like, I told him, like, nobody, the only people I be seeing using that shower is the boys, like pause. Like, they the only ones I would see get in that joint, man. But that shower was a no-go. That's basically what I'm saying, y'all. So, boom. So he got it all figured out. So it's time for lockdown. He come in the cell. He done washed off with the Lisa Soap game because he ain't got no real property. So he come in the cell smelling like a fresh bar Lisa Soap game, which why I wasn't mad. But the Lisa Soap only lasts probably maybe about 6 hours. Then you gonna be musty again if you ain't got no real property, man. I'm just letting you know now. So he come in the joint, man. He come in and he asking questions, man. Like, for real, Patrick had looked like he was mixed. I'm not gonna say where he from. He wasn't from Tidewater or Richmond, but he actually came out and just started talking about his case, which I told y'all, like, it's something you might not want to do off the rip. He just met me. Like, we haven't even stayed in the room one night. Off the rip, he get to talk about his case. He get to talking how he did this and did that, how he trying to beat this and beat that. He just going in about it. Yeah, I only got 4 years left to do this, and I'm just trying to, and he going in, you know what I mean? And I looked at him, y'all, and I was just like, what are you doing in penitentiary, man? He was like, man, I don't know, man. I just kind of like getting in trouble. Like it just started happening for me. I just got in trouble when I wanted to. Like, you know, my mom is white, my dad is black, my dad stays on me. And like I knew it right before I could tell he was mixed, you know what I mean? Like he looked white slightly, but he had like the black hair a little bit, you know what I mean? So he was like, yeah, my dad is black, my mom is white. So like my dad stays on me, my mom, like when she lets me run around when I'm at her house, when I go to my dad's rules. So I just do what I want. And I just, you know what I mean? He started going in about a bunch of stupid stuff. So I'm like off the rip. Like I knew that this was his first time. This was his first rodeo, just like it is for a lot of us, man. It was my first rodeo, but like still though, man, like he's the new guy in this joint. Like you ain't supposed to be in this joint, bro. Now you're the new guy on Sussex 2. I just really thought like hearing how kind of like he just was volunteering information and doing a whole bunch of green stuff off the rip. I just thought it was like, I just looked at him and was like, bro, you don't really supposed to be in here, man. Like you wildin'. He just kept going on and on and on the whole night to the point where I was just like, man, you know what, man? Like, I don't think I want to stay in the room with this dude, man. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like it ain't really gonna work, man. You know what I mean? So I just went on and just told him, I said, yo, look, I'm gonna go ahead and holler at you though. He was like, what's up? I said, yo, look, man. I said, I'm gonna get my homeboy from downstairs moved up here, man. I said, it's gonna be between tomorrow and the next day. I said, I'm just giving you the heads up because we already had that kind of like an emotion already before you got in the joint. And I'm like, I know you knew, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, he was like, so where I'm gonna move downstairs? I was like, nah, they probably try to keep you in the pod. You know what I mean? I was like, they probably try to keep you in the pod. I was like, but for the most part though, man, like for real though, man, like I'm just getting you the count. You know what I mean? He was like, all right, man. Like he looked like it let him down a little bit that he was gonna have to, you know, relocate and do all that stuff. It's kind of inconvenience to a new person, but these are the rules when you come to penitentiary and you are the new guy, people. So boom, I had to give him the count. I gave him the count, man. So the next day come, I go holler at the unit manager. Unit manager, bah! He clap my jump. I'm like, he like, nah, you can get somebody in the pod. I ain't moving from building. He was just going in about this. So I'm like, somebody in the pod. So I'm like, man, like my homeboy from the way, that one that came up, brought the box up. Like I want to rock with him. But it broke kind of trifling slightly. Like, you know, you have somebody that's cool, but still, though, like, he might not be as clean as you. You can't live with everybody, man. But I'm just like, you know what, though, man? I was like, man, I'm going to sacrifice and get bro in the room. Because at least bro be out in the pod. I was like, when he move out in the room with me, I'm going to tell him straight up, he got to get in that shower if he must. You know what I mean? So I went on and made that happen. So I told the unit manager, boom, boom, boom. I hollered at bro. Bro was with it. I told my roommate, like, look, you're going to be moving downstairs in cell 5. You know what I mean? He was like, who's in cell 5? I was like my homeboy roommate in there, man, which was another cool dude. He wasn't from Norfolk, he was from Portsmouth, but he was a cool dude. He was a little older than us in his early 30s. Cool dude, stay out of the way, used to work, don't do nothing else. So I'm like, you moving in the cell with him. So he was like, all right, man. So like, I could see how sad he was when he was taking his stuff downstairs. Like, he just was looking stupid, man. Like, we did the move fast. Like, the sergeant gave us the green light. We went on and made the jump happen. So Everything was smooth, man. Like for real, man. Like the new guy, like Patrick, been in the pod probably about 2 weeks. In the midst of him being in there 2 weeks, man, like stuff that he started doing, like I started seeing, like he would do stuff that just kind of like the shower shit, like just, you know what I mean, just off the wall type of shit, man. Like I see him and I'll be like, hey yo, Patrick, what the hell are you doing, man? This man standing like he right, like the booth is right there. It's a red box, like right outside the booth that you don't supposed to step inside. But it's it blocks. You can stand outside the red line, but like if you turn around, you in the gun line, boss. The shower on the bottom tier, the top, you in the gun line. That's not a good place to stand, man. That's not a good place to stand. Patrick standing like this. He just pick a place in the pod to stand out of nowhere. He in the joint like this. He like, I said, hey, bro. He like, yo, bro, get out the way, bro. He like, why? I'm like, yo, bro, dudes in there being the number one. Nah. I ain't say that though. I'm like, yo, bro, they dudes in. He was like, he did a whole 360 turnaround. I was like, I just pimped on him when he did that. I dipped. I went like kind of like my cell 11. He was like, what's up? I'm like, yo, bro, get out the way, bro. Get out the way, man. Dude's like, yo, move, man. Hey, you gotta watch out, man. He was like, he walked away. He was like, I'm in the way of what, man? What I'm in the way of, Weezy, man? Like, I wasn't in nobody's way. I said, bro, listen, bro. I said, you see that lady in the booth? He was like, yeah. I said, dude's trying to knock her toboggan off. I said, you in the way though, bro. Like, you can't stand right there. I said, that's what dudes be. He was like, everywhere I stand is someone jacking off, Weezy, man. Like, I am not gay. I am not trying to be in nobody's way, but I have to freaking stand somewhere, man. I live in this block too. I was like, look, I know you live in this block. I said, but at the same time though, man, like you gotta kind of be considerate to this maniac shit. This is some new maniac shit right here. Like you think I was ready to be used to this shit? I had to get used to this maniac activity, man. So I'm like, you gonna have to do the same. He was like, I gotta find something to keep me busy, man. I gotta find something to keep me busy. I'm like, all right, man, like you gotta tighten up though, Patrick, man. He was like, man, it's crazy, man. So like him being the new guy, like, you know, it had his goods and his bads, you know what I mean? Because he did stay out of the way. He wasn't really trying to make friends or trying to join a gang. He wasn't trying to do none of that shit. But still though, like he just was green as a whistle when it came to certain rules of the penitentiary, y'all. So boom. So a little bit more time going on, man. He's getting along with dude. He's getting along with bro roommate, man. So I'll say probably about a week or two. Not even, it wasn't long after he moved out to stay with me. But I'll say at least about 2 weeks. After about 2 weeks, bro old Sally moved. You know what I mean? He moved. And it was crazy that he moved because we wasn't even expecting him to move because Unc used to hold a couple of things for us every now and then, man. So when Unc moved, it was crazy because Patrick was left in the room by himself. You know what I mean? So, like I told y'all, like it won't no maniacs in there, it won't no predators, it won't none of that shit going on. Man, I promise you, man, this man, as soon as he moved, man, I say probably about 4 hours later, man, slider opened up, you hear dude say, Err! You look up, see the dude walking in, the cart looked like it was gliding by itself. He was pushing the cart with his right hand, which is a heavy cart. He was like, now look, he was kind of short, Diesel dude a little bit. He was like, he had a bald head, brown skin dude. He came in the joint, he was like, I seen the old head dude pull up on him. Hey, what's up, Tat? He dapped him up. He was like, Tat? I was like, Tat? Who's Tat? Man, I looked around, who's Tat? I don't know that nigga. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, they say I'm moving in cell 5. They was like, oh yeah, you moving in with the new guy. Yeah, the new guy right there. Patrick, yeah, he knew he was, yeah, he been here about a month or two. He was like, he pushed his cart again with his right hand. He heard that news, he started. So like we kind of like in the back of the pod, so like he way over there. So I couldn't, you know what I mean? From afar, 1 or 2, but I didn't know. You know what I mean? I'm just looking like, damn, Patrick got a new celly already. You know what I mean? So dude going here, he put his TV out, he pulled everything out. He got dumb commissary, he pulled everything out. He's straight. You know what I mean? He one of them old heads that been bitten. You know what I mean? He got it under control. He ain't gonna be broke. So he got stuff. So he see him pulling all this stuff out, took all this stuff out, get all this stuff out. Patrick was over there. Patrick went over there. Hey man, how you doing, Patrick? Dude turned around like, I'm Tat. He doing like an old, like he wanted to go. That's what it looked like. He wanted to do the old school handshake that they were doing in the 70s. He was like, I'm Tat. He was like, I'm Patrick, man. You need help with anything? He was like, nah, just give me some space to put my stuff up. He was like, hey, look, you want to sell your bottom bunk? His eyes was like this. He was like, you want to sell your bottom bunk? Patrick was like, sell my bottom bunk? I'm looking at this junk from afar like, this junk crazy, man. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I'll be lying to y'all if I think something was about to happen with this, man. But like, this is how easy stuff happen in penitentiary, man. Like, it'd be crazy, and then stuff would happen just like this. You wouldn't even see it coming. You wouldn't even know this is going to happen to you, man. But I promise you, man, you stuck in a predicament like Patrick right now, you better be scared as hell, y'all. So boom. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because as they talking, I'm looking like, man, I see Patrick talking to dude. Me and my homeboy got a little closer. As I got a little closer, my jump kicked in. My jump was like, but y'all went off again. I was like, oh shit. Maybe this past, maybe this future, maybe this past, maybe this future. I was like, oh shit. I was like, man, like a damn predator coming in this bitch. My homeboy was like, what? I was like, nothing, man. I was like, yo, dude look crazy, man. I was like, he about to go in and sell with Patrick, man. He was like, man, that dude was in one building, man. He was like, he went to the whole from one building. He used to work in the kitchen. He was like, I used to see dude, man. He was like, man, I forgot where he from. You know what I mean? But I'm saying the dudes he talked to, I ain't gonna say where he from. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say where dude from. So Patrick stuck with answering that question. Can I buy your bottom bunk? Patrick was like, he kind of looked back like he tried to get validations from somebody. I did like this. I was like, I ain't want them to know I was watching. You know what I mean? I hit the man with the predator scanner and everything. He was like, what you want to buy it for? He was like, what you want? You want some food? He was like, no, you ain't got no commissary like that yet. Patrick's like, yeah, I went to commissary once. I got some noodles. He wasn't even calling it soups. He was like, I got some noodles. I got noodles in there. He was like, I got stuff to put with the noodles. Yeah, like a sausage. Yeah, you want some sausages to put with your noodles? Everybody was like me being a jokester I am, like we won't even say pause, but that joke was like we right there slightly. He like, you want a summer sausage to put with your noodles? Patrick like, I never had a sausage in my noodles before. I only put cheese crackers in my noodles. He was like, nah, it's summer sausage. It's way better. It's way better. It tastes better. Trust me, it tastes better. Look, I'm gonna give you $20. Let me get the bottom bunk. Patrick was like, deal, man. He do the handshake again. Dude was like, dude smacked his hand again like a psycho, y'all. So boom. So now they in the cell together. It's crazy, but now he's in this situation. This is how fast situations be happening. So I say, you know what, man? Like, y'all know I don't like to get involved in like kind of like getting in predators' way, man. Like, I don't like to do it, man. Just my own personal reasons. I don't be messing around. But if you my guy, I'm at least give you the heads up. I'm at least let you know what you're doing or whatever the case. So when I seen Patrick the next day, Patrick was looking all happy. Patrick had his bowl with the soup pack, with the soup paper holding it down. You know how you cover your bowl with the plastic or the paper that the soup come in, and he got the junk like with the top on the junk, and it looked like he was making something to eat. And I pull up on him. I was like, yo, what's up? He was like, about to eat this swole. About to eat a swole. I ain't never hear him say that. I was like, a swole? He was like, yeah, about to eat this swole. I was like, oh, that's what dude gave. He said, yeah, he bought my bunk for $20, Weezy. He said, you want a honey bun? I was like, he gave you honey buns? He was like, he got a lot of honey buns. He was like, yeah, he gave me honey buns. I was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, but look though. I said, man, look, man, Patrick, look, man, be careful with dude, man. Like, real talk. I was like, man, for real? I said, man, dude might be a little, he was like, a little what? I was like, a little, like that on that type of time. He was like, say what you talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Weezy. I was like, man, look. The man might shake, rattle, and roll, man. He was like, shake, rattle, and roll. I said, man, look, man. The man might be a predator, man. He was like, a predator. I said, you never seen the movie? He was like, I said, man, look, don't accept no free gifts from him, man. If he got something that he want to give you for free, don't accept nothing. I said, because if you owe him, it can get bad. He was like, how bad? I was like, real bad. Like, real bad, bro. So look, I'm giving you the heads up, because you was my old selling. Just be careful, man. He was like, I got you, Weezy, man. I got you, man. I got you, man. I got you, man. I said, bro, I'm letting you know. Don't accept nothing. I said, you sold your bottom buck. I said, don't accept nothing else. He said, what if I don't go to commissary? I said, man, look, don't do it, man. Don't do it, man. He was like, I hear you, Weezy. I hear you, man. Thanks, man. I was like, man, stop shaking people's hand, bro. I said, you do like this. Cup it, bro. He was like, I was like, bro, lift your hand up. He was like, I said, now come in. He was like, all right, man. All right, man. All right. I said, man, look, man, be easy, man. Watch yourself, man. He was like, got you. He dipped off. Chilling, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm crazy. So next day roll around. This is my word. I shoot out the door fast. Cause the doors open up. I shoot out the steps right by my joint. I hit the steps. I'm like, I get down the jumps. I shoot to the water jump. Cause I'm trying to get in jump to get my hot water real fast before everybody coming is gone. I gotta wait 20 minutes. So hey, let me get after you. I'm right after the next dude. So I got my back turned. I'm like this. You know what I mean? So everybody coming out, the pod moving around. I look back. As I'm turning around, I look back. When I look back, I just seen the dude tap. He coming my way. He pigeon-toed. He walking like this. He was like, and he getting closer and closer. And as he getting closer, that joint like, he pull up on me. I'm like he looking at me. So I'm figuring he coming my way, but the wall is behind me. I'm like, he was like, you Weezy? I'm like, yeah, what's up? He was like, yeah, as he started, like, I heard words at first, but I kind of blacked out. He was like, that John was like, he was like, I was like, he was like, you hear me? I was like, what's up? I got back serious. I'm like, what's up? He like, nah, I just talked to Patrick. And Patrick said he had a good talk with a friend of his that he used to be in the room with. And he told me you said, don't accept no gifts from me. What's that all about? When niggas start hating on niggas. I'm like, what? He was like, when niggas start hating on me. I said, bro, listen, I ain't hating on you, man. He said, well, why you tell them don't accept nothing from me? I said, man, I look back, man. I was like, this nigga Patrick is a dickhead.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.